Namaste. Tina Thrussell here with the Shin Dao, the way of the heart. The way of the heart really is that. It's the way of living from your heart, from a place of loving freely and loving deeply. What does that mean, and why would you do that? Well, why would you do that? There is a quote, "Better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all." And that's so true. It's better to have loved and risk being hurt. I'm sure that's the only reason that people don't love freely and love deeply, is there's this fear that they'll be hurt. The other day when I was listening to Shine FM, which I do now and then simply because the music is very uplifting, there was this song called "Fear is a Liar." And it was so appropriate. Listening to the lyrics, it really spoke to my heart that everything that stops us from living life fully is the lies that fear generate. That we're not good enough, that this could happen, that could happen, that we could be hurt, blah, 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 blah. Just, it's all fear. And fear is simply the absence of love. It's that disconnect. It's closing off from love. And when we're completely open to love, when we allow it to fill our hearts, there is this joy that fills our being and radiates out into the world. That if all of us lived in that place of loving freely and loving deeply, sharing and emanating that joy, there would be no war, there would be no fighting, there would only be peace. Peace and love and joy. That's what I want to see for the world. Well, what does that mean? What that means is a sense of continually tapping into your heart, of being aware of your heart, of that feeling at the center of your being aware, not just the heart chamber that beats with blood and oxygen through your body, but that beats with the life force energy itself that circulates through your body. Heart math tells us, through all of their scientific measurement, that the heart has a greater energy, a greater magnetic field that is bigger than our brain, that there is more activity happening from the heart than there is even here in the head. And that activity of our heart is life. It is love. And when we just open, be in that practice of continually opening, seeing your heart grow bigger and more open, feeling your whole essence open. This is the joy of meditation. We get to open. We sit quietly, and we not only become aware of ourselves within, but we become aware of ourselves outside of this body. We become aware of all that is around us, that we extend outward, and we feel the energy of all life. And it makes you feel alive when you touch that. When you touch that energy that is all. Soa, source of all. And loving deeply means loving with all of your heart, not withholding anything, not being afraid of being hurt, but giving that love and knowing that that which you give out shall come back to you multiplied. Oh my goodness, I'm starting to sound like some sort of, dare I say it, some religious fanatic talking about love, 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 and the joy and that source of all. And yet, it's not religious, it's spiritual. It is being connected with the spirit, the essence of who we are. And when we are in that place, I can't tell you what to do and what's right and wrong for you. I only know that this brings me joy. And I know that everyone I know who has opened their heart to loving deeply and loving freely also experiences more joy. The only benefit in withholding and protecting yourself is that you get to make your world smaller and less joyful. And yes, it may feel safer, but safer is not always comfortable and not always joyful. Sometimes it's worth the risk of feeling a little less safe to feel more alive. I invite you to love deeply, love freely, and live deeply and freely, for that is what will happen. Love yourself, love the world around you, love the people around you, love the nature around you, love music, love food, love everything, and you will be rewarded with greater joy. I love you. I thank you for sharing this, if it speaks to you to share this video, and have a love-filled day.